Hello everyone, welcome back to another Sunday live stream at Trace Trades. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you could join the Discord server and watch the stream live with everyone else. It's completely free to watch, and afterwards we do a quick Q&A or chart requests that you could also be a part of. But let's get right into our weekly watch list. First we have Apple. We had this head and shoulders into a flag break that we saw a nice little push up, so we were able to take nice advantage of that. Now we're seeing a little bit of range bound between this 133 level, which is where we gapped down previously, and then this 135 level, which is where we had some resistance after this initial push up. So I am expecting some consolidation here, which we got. And then if we make a nice push back over this 135 level, that'll allow us to reach to this upper like 138-ish level. Otherwise, if we fall below 133, again, we have all this room below if we want to play short. But I'm leaning more towards the long side with this one, especially with these MAs slowly catching up. Next, we have Adobe. We already had a pretty nice trade on Adobe, but it looks like it's setting up for another one. Mainly what's important about this one is this very long wick that we saw on Friday that retested this 519-ish level and pushed way back up. So if we continue to make highs here, it actually gives us a solid opportunity to hit this 137 level, which would have been the final price target for this swing if maybe we got contracts that were longer dated. We also have Cat. Cat has also been in this sort of channel for a while now, and it seems a little bit of weakness here, some lower lows. What's important to watch for this one is the break of this trend line up here. If we do get a break, that'll allow us to hit the rest of these points up here. So first we want a break of this line, and then we want a break of this 237 line. Because they're so close, I'm assuming we'll get them in one candle, so I don't have that level charted. But once we do this, it will allow us to reach these upper levels. Otherwise, we could play against the support here. Or if we start to fall out of this flag, we could try for some short trades as well. Next is Crowd. Crowd has gotten some pretty nice consolidation here. That's 3 inside days off this April 13th candle. So if it holds this level and starts to break above this 219 area up here, 218, 219. If we start to break above here, that'll again continue this sort of wedge break pattern that we have and allow us to target 231 as a sort of first scale here. Again, MAs are pretty close behind. We even got the 50 right here if we do start to pull back. So this is looking very nice for this upcoming week. Next we have Futu. Futu, same sort of deal, been in this flag for a minute, popped out, and now we're getting some consolidation here. Very tight consolidation. So if you even want to add on this sort of lower support, I feel like that could be fine, and then cut on maybe a break below. That's more up to you. But also what I'm looking for is this break of this sort of upper trend resistance, and then we could target this 169 level and eventually this 204 level. Next we have Pins. Pins had a pretty nasty day on Friday. Sold off on pretty much no news. The company's still very much the same in my opinion. This is more based off the fact that earnings are coming and people are just sort of taking profits beforehand, along with the minor news that we did get. We did end up holding our 76 level here, so if we could start to make a move back above this 50 SMA, which is the green line right here, that would allow us to take more long trades, hopefully targeting this upper 85 level again, and maybe we'll become range bound here, maybe we'll break above and move higher, who knows, but this is a pretty nice sort of area to work with here. Next we have PayPal. What I really like about PayPal is this nice rally, and then it had a red day, but then the next 2 days it held above the low that it made that day, so this is a much higher low than down here. So hopefully we'll get some consolidation and end up breaking above this upper trend line here, which allow us to move higher. First I'm targeting like 278 as a sort of close price target, because above that we do have a lot of gaps here that we sort of fill very quickly. Next I have Walmart. Walmart, massive gap right here, so what I'm really hoping for is a move above this 144 level here. This sort of, the high off the gap candle around 140, that could be used for maybe a riskier entry. And then as far as risk below, you have some pretty nice wicks down here that you could use off like this sort of 139, 138 area. Or if you want to play it a little bit tighter, you could go towards the top of this resistance, which is like 140 to like 140.5. Play off that area as well. Next we have Zoom. Zoom's been getting beaten down a lot recently. So I like to see this sort of wedge break and then these retests here. I really want to see a pull away from this upper trend line that we have and maybe hold this 328 level and a move up higher for 345. That'd be spectacular, and then break above will allow us to play for these upper price targets like 357. But for right now, really just looking for it to peel away from this sort of upper trend line here, and that'll let us know that there are buyers stepping in and there's some strength returning here. So that'd be nice. As far as the broad market goes, let's start with the Qs. The Qs broke above all-time highs this week, or I guess last week, with pretty solid strength. It broke above, came back, and then broke above again with this long wick going back below and back above. So that means there are a lot of buyers bidding above what's now previous all-time highs. So that's pretty nice to see. What it is slightly weird is this how very tight it is on like more intraday time frames like the 2 hour. So I drew this little line here. If we break above this line, then this consolidation is broken and it looks a lot more bullish. But otherwise, it's very easy to see where we might reject and fill this gap below here at 339. So just watch out for that as well. And because it's so tight, it should be fairly easy to play, so I'm not too worried. Next, we pull up SPY. SPY, we pulled away from this channel that we've been watching for so long. Which is, it is good because it shows that we are growing, and this volume shows that there are buyers above this sort of channel that we have, making new all-time highs pretty much every single day. What it is sort of something to look out for on our more intraday charts is we gapped up here in between the 15th and the 16th, so using the sort of opening level from Friday as a support/resistance area could prove to be useful because that is where we ended up bidding at open, so keep an eye out for that. Also, where Thursday closed and we gapped up, which would be right here, you could use that as a sort of area of interest, which would be around 315, 316-ish. And then the area to really watch out for when we do get our more larger retracement is around 413, because then we still have this gap that has not been filled yet, all the way down to around 311. So definitely keep an eye out for those levels there. Otherwise, as we continue to move higher, I'm just going to keep my size relatively small so that we're not overexposed at any point. And we do have hedges. I'm not adding to the hedges as frequently as I have done in the past, and that's mainly because of just the large amount of uncertainty in the market, but we still continue to climb higher. So I'm not going to add hedges just because we're up higher, because then I might be adding hedges every single day. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, Discord, whatever, that have been hedging since way back on the 8th when we first started to break out here, and they've been adding hedges pretty much every single day, and they're probably down a lot on that position, and that hedge is probably no longer serving its purpose. So that's all I have today for Weekly Watch List and our broad market thoughts. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click the link in the description so you could come watch the stream live and participate in the Q&A.